Control flow in Python. Control flow statements let your program make decisions and repeat actions. With if, for, and while, you control what code runs and when. By the end of this video, you will master all of Python's control flow tools. The if statement runs code only when a condition is true. Use elif for additional conditions and else as a fallback. Python checks each condition from top to bottom and runs the first matching block. Notice the colon and indentation. Python has 6 comparison operators. Double equals for equal, exclamation equals for not equal, greater than, less than, greater or equal, and less or equal. Combine conditions with and, or, and not. For simple conditions, use a ternary expression. Write the value, then if, then the condition, then else, then the other value. All in one line. Use this for simple cases only. For complex logic, use regular if-else blocks. The for loop iterates over a sequence. Give it a list, and it processes each item one by one. Use range to loop a specific number of times. Remember that range 5 gives 0 through 4, not 0 through 5. Enumerate gives you both the index and value in each iteration. Zip lets you loop over 2 lists at the same time, pairing items together. These helpers make your loops cleaner and more Pythonic. A while loop runs as long as its condition is true. Be careful because if the condition never becomes false, you get an infinite loop. Always make sure something inside the loop changes the condition. Break exits a loop immediately. When you hit break, the loop stops and no more items are processed. Continue skips the rest of the current iteration and moves to the next one. Both are useful for controlling loop behavior. Python has an unusual feature called for else. The else block after a for loop runs only if the loop completed without hitting a break. This is useful when searching for something. If you find it and break, else does not run. The walrus operator := assigns a value and uses it in the same expression. It was added in Python 3.8. It avoids calling the same function twice. Use it when you need to both assign and test a value. Match case is Python's version of switch, but more powerful. It can match values, sequences, and even object structures. The underscore acts as a wildcard, matching anything like a default case in other languages. Match case supports guards with the if keyword. You can add conditions to case statements. It also supports sequence matching, so you can destructure tuples and lists directly in the case pattern. You can loop over dictionaries in several ways. Loop over keys directly, loop over values with .values, or loop over key-value pairs with .items. The items method is the most useful because it gives you both. Nested loops put loops inside loops. A common example is iterating over a grid. Be careful with nested loops because they can be slow if the lists are large. The total iterations multiply together. Let us combine everything with FizzBuzz, a classic programming exercise. We use a for loop with match case and tuple patterns. For numbers divisible by both 3 and 5, print FizzBuzz. For 3 only, fizz. For 5 only, buzz. Here is a practical menu pattern. Use while true with break to create a loop that runs until the user quits. Match case handles the menu choices. This pattern shows while, break, match, and for loops working together. Watch out for common mistakes. Off by 1 errors with range are very common. Forgetting the colon after if or for causes syntax errors. And infinite while loops happen when you forget to update the condition variable. In the next video, we will learn about functions. You will master def, parameters, *args, double *quarks, lambda functions, and closures. Functions are how you organize and reuse your Python code. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more tutorials.